Global News has learned detailed talks are taking place on tariffs. Mackenzie Gray is with me from Ottawa. Mackenzie.
Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Chief Trade Negotiator Janet Charette are still in Washington, Donna, but their offices won't say who, if anyone, they met with on Wednesday. Sources with knowledge of the negotiations say there's been substantial progress. One source referred to talks as now in the weeds, another saying they're now going line by line on specific goods that have been tariffed by the Americans. The four sectors in play: aluminum, steel, autos, and softwood lumber. Sources tell Global News the Americans will not accept any deal that doesn't have some level of tariffs on these sectors. Conversely, Canada won't accept a deal unless there's a substantial reduction from the current 50% tariff level. Any deal that is agreed on is likely to have varying tariff levels on each of those four sectors, according to two sources, with softwood lumber likely the most complicated. The Americans are looking for supply management concessions from Canada. Currently, there are quotas for 12 different types of U.S. dairy products that can be sold into Canada tariff-free. The U.S. wants that changed to allow more flexibility on what can be sold, but are currently not looking for an increase in the total amount of dairy allowed into Canada. Canada is willing to let the new 50% tariffs come into force next week if the Americans don't cut current tariffs enough, but there does seem to be urgency on both sides. One source saying the White House wants trade proposals before the new tariffs come into effect on the 19th, but even if negotiators can find a deal, Donna, the president also needs to agree. Someone with a reputation for ripping up and backing out of deals at the last second.
Okay, Mackenzie in Ottawa, thanks.